Wow, Biafra at 50. Obi of Onitsha, Ooni of Ife, Sultan of Sokoto, others join hands to declare never again. Prominent Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa and Fulani as well as other traditional and political leaders across the country will on Friday, January 10th, 2020 gather at the Muzon Center, Onikon, Lagos for a conference to commemorate the 50th anniversary of the end of Biafra War. The conference, which is being organized by an Igbo sociocultural group, Unzuko Umuna, and other civil society organizations, is aimed at fostering unity and charging the way forward for Nigeria, especially at this critical moment in the nation's history. Tagged Never Again Conference, Nigeria Civil War 50 years after. The conference will be co-chaired by Professor Anya O. Anya and Professor Banji Akitola. Special guests of honor will include former President Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, former Military Vice President Commando Ebutu Ukwe, retired, Afenifere leader Chief Ayo Adebanjo, and President General of Ohaneze Ndigbo, Chief Nnaya Nwodo. The keynote speakers will comprise Nobel laureates Professor Wole Soyinka and former presidential candidate Professor Pat Utomi. Those to sit on the panel are Professor Gima, Senator Onyeka Onwenu, Senator Shehu Sani, Mr. Olise Agbakoba, SAN, and Mr. Akin Osuntokun. Royal fathers of the day are His Royal Majesty Igwe Nnameka Achebe, Obi of Onitsha, His Eminence Alhaji Muhammad Saad Abubakar III, Sultan of Sokoto, His Imperial Majesty Oba Adeyeye Enitan Ogunwusi, Ooni of Ife, His Royal Highness Muhammad Sanusi II, Emir of Kano, His Royal Majesty King Dr. Dadesin Douglas Jaja, Natural Ruler of Okpobo Kingdom, His Royal Majesty Professor James Ayeshe Totiv, and His Royal Majesty Ogiame Ikenwole Olu of Warri. So guys, this is a 50 years after Biafra War, and that is what they are trying to celebrate, and they are saying never again. I mean, never again should we experience such thing again. And that is what everybody is praying for. Never again should we experience, because a lot of people really, went in for that. But one question is that since that happened, since we say never again, will such thing happen? Are we not supposed to have learned a lot of lessons from that? But as we speak and with what we have now, we have not learned anything. If instead, there is this hatred, there is this agitation, there is this imbalance, there is this marginalization, there is this people who have really made themselves demigods. There's this, faulty foundation that has been on over the years. And some people are using this that happened against some people, against some region. So when they say never again, then why would you be winchancing them? Because when people are agitating for Igbo presidency, they were like, oh no, they don't trust them, they wouldn't want such a thing, and all of that. These ones that are saying never again, how have they been able to heal the wound of the region affected? How have they been able to do that? Everybody is playing to the gallery. Okay, in my opinion, they just want to, have a kind of jamboree 50 years after. And what have we learned? What steps have they taken to make sure that everything is balanced? But what do we see have today? That thing, because we have not done the needful. Somebody will always tell me that I'm always using that word. They have not done the needful. I think I'm sorry. That is just what I can say. So everybody has their own style of saying something. You might not know it, not until when you put yourself, in a test, and you begin to see your own mannerism. So that being said, the needful has not been done, honestly, because if the needful had been done before now, there wouldn't be this agitation that we are having now. Never again. And yet the root problem and the root cause of the Biafra war has not been given attention. And yet they will be wind chanting them. Oh, we can't trust them. We can't do this. We can't do this. We can't do that. And you expect them to be happy. Like I always say, we have all these, people who do not really want Nigeria to grow. They are not really coming from only one region because, just like they always say that a tree does not make a forest, because people from all other regions, they are joining hands together just to reap the masses of their entitlements. And that's why you see that the poor continue to get poorer while the rich continue to get richer. So what lessons, if really we have learned something, then what have we done to correct things that were not really done properly? Nothing. It's just moving around circles. Because if really they are saying never again, that means there wouldn't be any form of agitation now. People are still talking the same thing 50 years after. They're still saying they want to go their separate way. They want to go their separate way. What does that tell one? Where does that leave one? So, in my opinion, all these people gathering together, they just want to have fun. That is the way I see it. Because at the end of the day, it makes it. They are not make. There's no. They are not making progress. They are not saying. They are not speaking the language the people will understand. Was it not yesterday the Ooni of Ife was trapped in an elevator, and he was there for 30 minutes? Those are the things that ordinary every Nigerian pass through every day, day in, day out. At least when he was in that place, he could have recalled, he would have remembered a lot of things. But thank God he was able to come out alive. Hey, in good health. So they will just be there because all these people that are there, they don't even understand what is happening. They don't understand what an ordinary Nigerian is facing on the streets. They wouldn't know. Most of them, they are well to do. Like these people, they are not even talking about they can't feed themselves, or maybe not being able to feed themselves 3 times a day. That is not even their problem. They can travel to anywhere in the whole world. They can do that. It's not going to affect them. It's not going to do anything. So they are just going there for jamboree, because if really we've been having this kind of elders right from that time, I'm sure things would have been better, because a lot of them just play lip service. That's just what is happening, and that is what is going to happen. Believe you me, nothing will happen. Nothing that anybody is going to gain from that place. They will just talk. They will sing the normal rhetoric. They will say things that normally people would want to hear. And at the end of the day, putting all of those things into action, that is where the problem comes in. If you are saying never again, if you say never again, then what have you put in place? If really never again, why would people still be having nothing that notion? Why would people still be having that mindset, be feeling that they are not really, they are being marginalized? And the unfortunate thing there is that it's not even only the Biafra, those who are calling for Biafra are really marginalized. Everybody, in as much you are not part of the system, in as much you don't have a political position or the other, you are being marginalized. We are talking about ordinary Nigerians that can go anywhere, that they will not say, oh, because I'm affiliated with this person, or I'm connected with this person, I can get what I want to get. We are talking of ordinary Nigeria who does not know anybody, and he or she can get whatever he wants to get. He or she can say, I'm really proud of my country. Oh, I'm really proud of whatever. Those are the people we are talking about, not those who are already opportuned to be there. Because the people who are enjoying this country, the people Nigeria is working for, they are the so-called politicians and their friends and their families. Apart from that, forget it. No matter how highly placed you are or how rich you are, just enter the street, just enter town, you will see what will make you to start complaining, because things are not working. Even if you have money in Nigeria, it's not going to make any meaning. No matter how you have already built your empire, does it mean you're not going to enter the town? Does it mean you're not going to encounter traffic? Does it mean you're not going to see people all over the place? Does it mean you're not going to be afraid, oh, maybe somebody can just come and harm me as I'm going? That thought is always there. You talk about electricity, or you talk about the economy, you talk about the irregularities happening, you talk about the abnormalities happening, you talk about the environment, you talk about the smelly environment, you talk about the bad roads. Even if you think that, okay, you see fly, you fly a plane here and there, but does it mean that you are not going to come into town? Does it mean you are not going to mingle with people? Does it mean all your family members are, on the same level with you? That is what we are talking about. If you are saying never again, then why are we still having these agitations? Because this agitation we are having could lead to something else. It's not just to tell people, oh, you people should just stop it, or you people don't just worry, don't just do this and that. The same deceit since that time is still happening now. So that's just my own opinion. Someone say never again shall we be one Nigeria. Must he be in Lagos? Why not in Igbo land? I suspect this conference. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a great man. Can you see what is now happening in Nigeria? God Jehovah will chairman the meeting, and it will yield a wonderful result. God help us. Let peace prevail. Oh, noble and wonderful men with right thinking faculty. May the Almighty Jehovah give all of you joyful lives. Give you two resounding blessings to your families, so that you will be there to continue saying the truth, born out of selflessness. In Jesus' name, things are falling apart. Someone says, when they marginalize Igbos in the service, what about the urban of Calabar? Someone say, conference that has Sultan of Sokoto and any Fulani with evil code name One Nigeria. Those Igbo that ended it should be seen as betrayers, another betrayers after Nnamdi Azikiwe. Nigeria has never been one and would never be. We are Biafrans, and indeed, we are marching home this 2020. These aforementioned persons should take note, unless only it is a fake news. Obi of Onitsha, I didn't hear of the main Igbo leaders. Ohaneze, Ndigbo, where are you? Biafra, victory is ours soon. Someone say, why Lagos instead of Southeast? Where are the Obas of Benin and Lagos here? Never again. Are we ready to learn from the cause of this war? That is the question. Most of these invited guests are beneficiaries of the conquest. This person really said my mind. That's it. Have we learned anything from that? What have we done? To say this will never happen again. So guys, I don't know what you think. I have already said my opinion. Let's hear your opinion. You might see what I've said or what we have just heard, from a different angle. Just put your comments down respectfully. Thank you very much. Bye.